Looking to some more complicated rules for differentiation. Most people know all about the constant multiplier rule, the power rule, the general power rule. What we're going to look at now is the product rule. Okay? And so this is going to happen anytime we're taking two functions or function expressions that could be functions on their own and multiplying them together. And the rule here is the derivative with respect to x of f of x times g of x is equal to f of x times g prime of x plus g of x times f prime of x. So you should notice here that it's, a pattern would be first times the derivative of the second plus the second function times the derivative of the first function. In any one of these terms, there's only one derivative. There's only one derivative being taken. In the front end, it's g prime. In the back end, it's f prime. So first times derivative of second plus second times derivative of first. Okay? So looking at our example problem, we're going to have f of x is equal to x squared plus 5x, and g of x is x minus 2, that whole quantity being squared. With either of these, and if you look at our function and the derivative property here, you'll notice that what we have are f of x, g of x, f prime of x over here, and g prime of x. So what I encourage my students to do is to take and right off the bat differentiate each f and g of x function. So f prime of x, the derivative with respect to x of this function f, x squared plus 5x, that's sum rule. So I get 2x plus 5. And the second function here, g of x, if I'm talking about g prime of x, g prime of x is going to be, well, I've got a general power rule here, so I've got to bring the 2 out front, times whatever I had inside, so that's the x minus 2. And that's now to the first power, and then you have to derive the inside. You need to find the derivative of the inside, and differentiating x minus 2, you get just times 1. Okay? So that's really important, because now we have all of the components for our product rule. Looking here now, all we really have to do is plug things in. So our derivative of f of x times g of x is going to be f of x, our original piece, x squared plus 5x, times g prime. So just pop that in. G prime again is times 2 times x minus 2. Okay, so there's my first piece. Again, this is f of x. This whole piece right here, g prime. And then we add g of x, so my bottom function there, which is x minus 2 quantity squared, times f prime, which is 2x plus 5. Okay, so there is the basics, and those are the beginnings. If you notice here, we have one term that is present in both sides of that plus, and so we can take that as a common factor and bring that out front. It gives us x minus 2, and we can only pull it out to the first power here. We got it to the first power and second power. When we pull it out front like that, we're left with x squared plus 5x times 2. Okay, and now we leave out that x minus 2 because that's out front. And then we're adding to that x minus 2 times 2x plus 5. Okay, and this, again, notice that this x minus 2, where it was squared, it's now just the first power, and that's because we factored it out. At this point, hey, we've got a monomial, we've got a constant times a binomial. So that's a distributive property you can simplify. And a binomial times a binomial. You can take and combine these, and things work out very nicely. There you go.